Mariza, and I'm an interpreter at the National Gallery of Canada. It's so great to have you with me today. We're going to be creating a miniature city of the future that looks a little bit like this. So this piece is inspired by an artwork by Eleanor Bond. This painting, called Elevated Living in a Community-Built Neighborhood, is huge. It makes you feel like you're actually in the city when you stand in front of it. So Eleanor Bond is showing us her imagined city of the future. So my question for you is, what does your city of the future look like? Now, if you came to the National Gallery and you received a family art adventure kit, you would have received some paper, coloring pencils, colored cardstock, tissue paper, and some washi tape. But if you're at home, you don't need all of those things. You can use some recycled items from around the house, like egg cartons, paper towel rolls, and some old cereal boxes that you can cut up into strips or use for your base. And you also want some things to help you glue your buildings down to your base. So having some tape, a glue stick or white glue is a really great thing to have, and some scissors. So to get started, we're going to start by making some buildings. And what we're going to be doing is finding a way to make these buildings stand up on our base. So it's very easy. You want to make a little tab at the bottom of each building by folding over a little piece of it like this. And later we're going to be sticking this onto our base to make the building stand up. But we're not going to glue them on just yet. We're just going to fold in our tabs because we want to decorate our buildings before we go any further. So I'm going to use some nice pencil crayons here to add windows, details on my buildings. You can get really creative, pretend you're an architect of the future. I'm just drawing some simple windows here. As you can see in this city here, there are bits of tape that look like windows, and we added different textures and even glued some different pieces of paper over top. Once you've decorated your buildings, you're going to have some pieces that look a little bit like these. You can see we got a little bit funky here. These buildings definitely look super futuristic. So now is the fun part. We get to make everything become 3D. So you can use a glue stick if you're at home. It's very practical. And it's helpful sometimes to arrange the buildings from shortest to tallest at the back to create a lot of depth and perspective. And eventually, you're going to get something that looks a little bit like this. And you can see I've started adding roads and sidewalks. What you can do with this washi tape, if you're at the gallery or even if you have some at home, is create those roads. And at the same time, you could tape down a building by putting that piece of tape across the tab of your building, like that. And you can just fill up your whole base with as many buildings as you want, but don't forget to add some greenery. It's really simple. You can take a small sheet of tissue paper. If you're at home, maybe you have some lying around from an old gift you received. But you can use other things too, even paper towel if you wanted to. And I just made a little tuft like this, and I'm going to twist the bottom. And that could be a really simple way to create a tree. You can also twist up these pieces of tissue paper into little sticks like this. And with those, you can tape them together and make a kind of tree with really big branches like that. And as you can see in my example, I created a little sort of cylinder for my tree to go into so that it would stay upright. So you can get creative, you can make it look like anything you want. Have fun with it. So thanks so much for crafting with me today. Thanks for watching. If you made a city that you're proud of and you want to share it with us, please do. I'd love to see what you created. Don't forget to tag the National Gallery of Canada. And we'll see you next time. Bye.